Hey everybody, good evening. All right, another video as promised. As I said, you're gonna get one. Hey, so first of all, can we stop saying social distancing and really say like physical distancing? We all know that we need to socialize, and for those of you that are using all of the technology right now, you know like it's really been kind of fun to be able to actually socialize with people in their houses via Zoom or whatever platform that you're using. It's really more of a physical distancing, not a social distancing that we really need to be concerned about. So make sure you don't mix those two up. All right, so I want to talk about like the moments right now. Like the moments that we are creating. And the reason I want to go into these very specifically is because I think we can get caught up in all of the things that we don't get access to anymore. I think it's really easy for us to get caught up in all of the things that we no longer are able to do. And we don't truly look at the moments that we're creating given the situation we're in. Last night, we had an awesome opportunity to sit down, obviously social. We didn't have social distancing, we had physical distancing with some really great friends of ours. And we were able to talk about some just amazing stories and moments in life. And you know, it was interesting when we started to think about the most memorable things that they had experienced. We actually started to talk about some of the most hard and challenging times in their life. Um, they had a son that was very young and ended up having cancer. And for those parents that have ever had to go through something as heartbreaking and heart wrenching as that, you know that that is just such a traumatic event in your life, in your children's life, and that will leave scars permanently for the rest of your life, rest of their lives. And it was really interesting to talk and to go through the emotions of all of that, because there was laughter and there were tears, but there was just so much joy that was shared in those moments and those memories that were created through really challenging and tragic times in their life. And I couldn't help but think of like, you know, the current situation that so many of us find ourselves in with all of the things that this current crisis has put in our ways. You know, some of it is the financial picture that we're faced with that we're like, man, the uncertainty right now, it's so overwhelming, right? Some of it is just business, some of it is personal, some of it is, man, I just can't get into like the life that I had before and it's taken away from me. And some of us are just feeling alone. Some of us don't have that interaction with our family members or with our coworkers or with our friends, and we're missing that big piece in our life, and we're having to adapt and change and somehow try to figure our way through this. As my wife was looking at our calendar for this coming month, she also looked at our previous month. And what a stark contrast it was. The previous month had multiple events going on every single day of the week. And I know that we had many conversations going into that month going, how are we going to do this all? Like, you're going to be here and I'm going to be there, but then I'm supposed to be there and you're going to be over here. And then when are we going to, and how are we going to, and then of course we find ourselves going, we've only got 4 things on the schedule for the month of April. And it was unbelievable to look at the 4 things that we have this month. One of them already has passed, but the 3 things that are coming up is Holy Thursday and Good Friday and Holy Saturday and Easter. And it's amazing how when crisis hits, everything else can fall to the wayside. And as much as we miss it, it's okay. Life can go on, right? But it was awesome to realize how important the moments that we were going to be creating were for us. And as we were talking to our friends, and they still had the pictures and they still had videos of those precious moments in time through hard, challenging times, it brought back so many joyful memories and appreciation for even the limited things that they were able to do. And so I want to challenge you guys right now, more than ever, through all of this chaos. How can you cherish the moments that you've been given with the people that are around you? Listen, we weren't made to be unbreakable. We weren't made to not be vulnerable. We weren't made to not be real with other people. And right now, more than ever, you need to be able to be vulnerable. You need to be able to share what you're going through with those that you're closest to. If anything has been taught through all of this, I hope that you're able to have real conversations, that you're able to have real emotional conversations with those that are around you, and you're able to see how important those relationships are. The busyness of life will come back. When this crisis is over and life gets back in full force, there are certain things that we're going to forget. There's certain traditions that we probably started during this time that we will allow to slip away. So it's important to truly cherish the uncomfortableness of what you're going through now. To realize that the memories that you're creating now, one day you'll look back on. One day you're going to look at that video. One day you're going to look at that picture and you're going to smile. And you're going to have an emotion that is brought back to you. That will make you appreciate everything that you're going through right now. I keep going back to this and I keep talking about this, but I want to make sure that you understand that it is all about faith over fear. It is all about faith over fear. Keep having faith, because this too shall pass. Love you all. Have a great evening, and we'll see you very soon.